All right, let's be real for a sec. Hair loss, it's something a lot of guys think about, right?
Yeah,
And it's not just about looks. It can really mess with your confidence.
it really can.
So today, we're going to totally unpack the science behind male pattern baldness. What causes it? How bad does it get? And the big question, what can we actually do about it?
The $1,000,000 question.
This deep dive is all about giving you the knowledge, the tools to take charge of your hair, your confidence, the whole deal.
I like it. Knowledge is power.
Well,
Right. So
absolutely.
you always hear it's all about your dad's side of the family.
Right, right.
Male pattern baldness or androgenetic alopecia, it's actually genes from both sides.
Really?
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, and it's not just like, oh, you have the gene, you're doomed. Some genes actually control how sensitive your hair follicles are to certain hormones.
So even if you don't have like the classic balding gene, other things can still trigger hair loss.
Exactly.
That's wild. And I've heard DHT is a biggie. Can you tell us about that? DHT, that's dihydrotestosterone. It's derived from testosterone.
Uh-huh.
And it's a major culprit in something called follicular miniaturization.
Follicular what now?
Miniaturization. Basically, DHT, it kind of grabs onto receptors in your hair follicles,
Okay.
makes them shrink. Think of a garden hose, slowly getting pinched off.
Ooh, yeah, I get it.
That's what DHT does to those follicles.
That's...
Leads to thinner hair and eventually no hair at all in that spot.
So how do we know, how far along that pinching process is?
That's where the Norwood scale comes in. It's a system that maps out, the typical progression of hair loss.
Okay.
It starts with a receding hairline and can go, well, pretty far.
Right.
Different patterns, too, like temples first or thinning on the crown.
So it's not one size fits all.
Nope. Everyone's a little different.
But even though the Norwood scale helps us, see what's happening, we got to acknowledge the mental side of this.
Oh, absolutely.
It's not just about how you look. It can really mess with your self-esteem.
Definitely. It can hit your confidence, how you feel about yourself.
Totally.
Even your social life, how you interact with people.
It's a big deal.
And it's important to recognize those feelings. You're not alone in this.
Exactly. And there's no shame in wanting to feel good inside and out.
For sure.
So let's get to the good stuff. What can we actually do about it? Are we fighting a losing battle here?
Not at all. There's no miracle cure for male pattern baldness, that's true.
Right.
But we can definitely slow it down, even regrow some hair in some cases.
Okay, that's good to hear.
Medications, surgery, even lifestyle tweaks can make a difference.
All right, break it down for us. What are the go-to medications?
Minoxidil is popular. It's a topical solution. You put it right on your scalp.
Mm-hmm.
Helps stimulate hair growth by, boosting blood flow to the follicles.
Okay, so kind of wakes them up a bit.
Exactly. Then there's finasteride. That's a prescription pill. It blocks DHT production, tackles that hormone villain head on.
So it's like cutting off the enemy's supply line. Clever.
Yeah.
But are there any downsides? I mean, long-term effects and all that?
That's a great question. Any medication, finasteride, can have side effects. They're not super common, though. It's crucial to talk to your doctor about any concerns, weigh the pros and cons,
Makes sense. Got to be informed. So what about more permanent solutions? Does hair transplantation really work?
Hair transplants have come a long way. Basically, they take hair follicles from one spot on your scalp and move them to the balding areas.
Like musical chairs for your hair.
Kinda. It can be really effective, but gotta be realistic about expectations and choose a surgeon who really knows their stuff.
Right. Important points. And then there's scalp micropigmentation, right? What's that all about?
Yeah. Scalp micropigmentation. Think of it like a tattoo.
A tattoo
Yeah.
on your head.
Yeah. But it creates the illusion of fuller hair.
Huh. That's pretty cool.
It's good if you want to avoid surgery or just camouflage those thinner spots.
So we've got medications, surgery, even tattoos. But what about lifestyle changes? Can those help?
Absolutely. A healthy lifestyle is key. Eating right, lots of protein and iron, managing stress, getting enough sleep.
Yeah, all that good stuff.
It all contributes to healthy hair.
It's like taking care of your hair is part of taking care of your whole self.
Exactly.
So what's next? Any cool new treatments on the horizon? What's the future of fighting hair loss look like?
The future is actually pretty exciting. There's a lot of promising research into stem cell therapy and platelet-rich plasma, PRP, injections.
Ooh, fancy. What do those do?
Stem cell therapy, it's aimed at actually regrowing hair follicles.
Wow, that's amazing.
And PRP uses growth factors from your own blood to stimulate those follicles.
So there's hope for even more options down the road.
Definitely. Research is moving fast.
That's awesome. So to wrap up, we've learned that male pattern baldness is mainly about genetics. And that pesky DHT hormone, the way it progresses, it's different for everyone. But there are definitely treatments out there to put the brakes on it or even grow some hair back.
And don't forget the emotional side.
So true.
If you're struggling, it's okay to reach out, talk to someone.
Absolutely. So what does all this mean for you? Now that you know the science, the options, what steps will you take to manage your hair and, feel good about yourself? Knowledge is power, right? With the right info, you can totally handle this journey.
Couldn't agree more.
And remember, you're not alone in this.
You got this. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into male pattern baldness. It's been a fascinating journey. And to our listeners, thanks for tuning in. Until next time, keep those minds curious, those scalps healthy, and embrace your own unique journey.